How's it going, people? I didn't sleep, and it's super nice out today, so I'm gonna try to do some riding this morning. But I've got no front brake, which is what this video is gonna be about. It's gonna be for bleeding brakes. There's not enough videos on YouTube going about bleeding brakes, and it's a really easy job. Everyone should know how to do it. If you've done it with a car, you're scared to do it now on a bike, but trust me, it's so much easier on a bike. On a car, it's ridiculous. That it doesn't compare. Doing that thing, ridiculous. Hello, bunny. Ridiculous. This, easy as hell. So I'm gonna show you what you need and how to go about doing this, and you shouldn't have a problem. First things first, though, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, so you need your coffee. Second, you're gonna need some brake fluid. I'm using .3. Normally you want to use .4 on a bike. I think it's just because I don't know, it's a lot cleaner or something, I don't know. It maintains your master cylinder better. .3 is more for cars, but if you look on your reservoir cap, it'll tell you, let's see, it says use only .3 or .4 brake fluid. So I'm able to use .3, it's not going to be as nice as .4, but I mean, what do I care? For those of you that know me know that I don't care. Brakes or no brakes, I'm gonna be riding. So we're gonna see what we can do here and see if I can get this figured out. So you got your brake fluid. You're gonna need a nasty container to drain everything out of and into. Gross. Here's the old master cylinder and everything. It's nice, it just needs a rebuild because it had no pressure at all. I took the line off and filled it up with brake fluid, and it wouldn't even come out, so that's donezo for now. Then you're gonna need a 12 millimeter for the brake fluid line and a 10 millimeter for the bleeder valve. I've also got an 8 millimeter here for the clamps, and then I've got another 10 millimeter for the bleeder valve for cranking it down afterwards. Alright, so first things first, you're gonna need a fucking I'm gonna need a Phillips head, because you gotta open this up. So that's the only thing I forgot. I'm gonna have to run inside and grab that real quick, and then we'll get this on. So I'll be back in a second. Alright, and we are back. I forgot to mention, you need a rag. I got a towel, but whatever works, you know. It's kind of messy brake fluid. It's really powerful stuff. You don't want it to be on your skin for too long. Trust me, it feels annoying for the next 5 hours. Your skin has never felt drier than it has after you let brake fluid sit on it. So I've got towel, container, 12, 10, 8, brake fluid, Allen keys I don't need anymore. That was for taking off the bark busters when I put on the new master cylinder. And then the Phillips. So yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna sit you guys down over here on this little chair. It's a new kind of video, eh? Alright. So since the bike's on a stand at the moment, I gotta kind of be careful. Not too careful, but like, you know, I don't want to push it off, because that's annoying. I don't care about dropping it, it's just I don't want to drop it. I don't want to drop bolts either. There you go. That's how that happens. So see. I've opened up the master cylinder. Dry as a fucking bone. I recommend keeping the bolts. That's everything that you take it out of, just to not lose track of anything. Alright, so now that I've got the master cylinder open, what you're going to want to do is get your camera into focus, and then you're going to want to go over here to this bleeder valve. Let me grab my tent. Alright, when you look at your caliper, this is where the brake line comes in, and you're going to always have, like, sometimes the nipple isn't there, but it's always this little thing. It's going to be at the top or the bottom of your caliper. That is a bleeder valve. You crank that open, righty tighty, lefty loosey. When you open her up, that's going to let it's a valve, so it's going to open the valve. I don't know if I can do this one-handed. No, I can't, because it's going to move stuff. But you got to open up that valve. So let's do that. Right now, there's no brake fluid in it, so it doesn't matter. But if there is brake fluid in it, when you go to open this bleeder valve, it's gonna come out. And it's got pressure sometimes, so it'll squirt. She's a squirter, right? Alright, but I've got this bleeder valve open. Leave that turned to the side. Here's one more tip I'll mention. I'm gonna get brake fluid all over my rim because I don't care, but... Alright, so one other thing you'll notice when you're doing this is if your bars are straight, your master cylinder is on this angle. So if you put fluid in it, you're not gonna be able to top it off without it draining out. So if you turn your bars over to the right half the time, it levels it out quite a bit, so that'll help. Turn your bars over to the side, and then your bleeder valve is at the top of the caliper here, so it's gonna go all over the caliper and onto the rim, and you can bypass that by taking some tin foil like I've done before, as you can see, and you just stuff it around it and create a stream, so when it comes out it just goes down the stream and into your container. But I don't care about that, so I'm just gonna do it like this. So I got the bleeder valve open. I'm gonna start putting brake fluid in the master cylinder until it starts coming out of the bleeder valve at the bottom. Might go down pretty slowly at first, but after it starts being gravity fed, it's gonna pull itself down quicker. So you want to stay up here by the master cylinder and watch it, because if it goes down and all of it drains out, you're gonna get you're gonna get air in the system, which prevents you from using your brakes. Then you have to bleed it more. If you do it properly, you can just keep topping it off until it gets to the bottom. Then you don't gotta do nothing. It makes life easy. Well, sometimes you got to do a little bit more bleeding, but not bad compared to how it can be. I just opened up that bleeder valve a little bit more. Sorry about the noise. I opened up the bleeder valve a little bit more to let brake fluid flow through it quicker. And just keep watching this as it goes down. Check the caliper. I see brake fluid coming out of it now, but I'm gonna leave it. Let it keep pushing that air out. At least move this under it. You don't want to get this on your paint. Well, they really advise not to get it on your paint, but it's never done me wrong. It cleans your tires really well, I can tell you that much. Alright, that's probably good. steady draining out of the drain bolt now. I'm gonna close that off. So as you noticed, I only tightened the bleeder valve by hand. Come on, trucks. Sorry. I only tightened the bleeder valve by hand because this is where the bleeding comes in. Need some more coffee? That might need some more. Just a little bit. Alright, now here comes the joy. You just pull this in slightly and you'll see these bubbles coming out. Let it out slowly too. You want to be really careful with this lever when you have this open. Because if you squeeze it too hard, it's gonna fucking whale sprout you. And brake fluid does not feel good in the eyes. I cannot stress that enough. It's terrible. Like, I was mentioning how bad it is on your skin. The eyes is terrible. Oh, see, there it goes. It'll do it at random. You think you're going slow, but nah. Not slow enough, party boy. There she goes again. Just kind of keep doing it until you can start feeling the brake pressure go in. It's starting to get there, but it's starting to go down too, so add a wee bit more. See, this job really isn't hard, so nobody should be what's the word I'm looking for? Intimidated by this. It's all gravity fed. You just top it off and let it go down, and then move around the lever to get all the bubbles out. See if I can get a closer look at these bubbles. See, before I was closing the lever all the way, but now it's only going halfway. It's starting to gain brake pressure. I smell something dead around. It kind of sucks. Brake's feeling nice now. Alright, I might be able to bleed it now. So here's where people get intimidated. Because on a car you need like 2 people, and one person's got to hit the brake, and one person's got to, you know, there's all those different things, and you got to be really careful and whatever. Well, here's where bikes are cool, because this isn't bad at all.